This is a question I've been wondering about for a long time. Why are people homophobic? You can have your own personal opinion. You'd be like, nah, that's not for me. Or you can not understand why someone would be attracted to someone. But that doesn't mean you can't accept them into society. Just because your opinion doesn't mimic theirs, you can't be like, I don't like that, therefore you shouldn't be doing it. My personal opinion is everyone should have their choice. Personally, I don't like men. They're all dandly and gross. But I recognise that other people have different opinions to me and that they should deserve respect like everyone else. Now, I've heard many reasons why people are homophobic, and some of them are actually laughable. They're that poor. The first one is I don't like seeing them. So you'll be walking out in public and you'll see two homosexual people just holding hands, maybe kissing. And one guy, probably in his 30s, overweight, is like, oh, I don't like seeing that, that's gross, that is. What? I don't like seeing any couple making out. I mean, it's a bit uncomfortable, isn't it? But, you know, I have this amazing thing. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called eyes. And the good thing about eyes, you see, is they're balls. So they can move. I know. It's incredible. So, if you see something that you don't like, you can just look away. And look, I'm not looking at it anymore, am I? It's incredible, isn't it? You moron. So instead of being like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that because I don't like it, how about you just don't look at them? And besides, you shouldn't be looking at them anyway. If a couple are making out and you're just like, oh, I really hate that I'm seeing this, oh, I wish I weren't seeing this, they're probably more uncomfortable than you are. Stop staring at people. Now, a big clincher of an argument is God said gays are wrong. Well, fuck me. Like, if that isn't the best argument I've ever heard, then I don't know what is. Right, we're gonna go on a journey right now, okay? We're gonna go on a journey to decipher whether that's an okay thing to say. Right, quick spoiler alert, it's not. So there's a quote. We're going to do quotes right now, just to prove this one. We're going to go on a journey. There's a quote from Leviticus 18:22, which says this. Now that's from the Old Testament. And we have another quote here, which says that the New Testament overrides the Old Testament. So it's okay. The Old Testament had a lot of, like, really messed up stuff going on in it. You had rape, which is this, you had slavery, racism, homophobia. It was awful. It was awful. God said at one point that it's okay to smack babies out on rocks, dash them on the rocks is what he said. It wasn't a nice time. So we're going to look at the New Testament. It's from Romans 1:22-27, and it says this. So this is from the New Testament. So you're like, okay, God's got a point here. But then let's have a look at some other quotes from the New Testament, yeah? Okay, so there's this one from Jesus. This was a quote from Jesus, apparently. This basically says, I'm not going to come to the earth in peace, I'm going to bring violence. Okay, there's a lot of violence at the time. There's also this one, which states that slavery is okay, and that all slaves should bow before their earthly masters. Now that's a problem, isn't it? Because that's a bit too far, you know? Violence is one thing, but that's saying that slavery is okay. It's a bit outdated. But then that's not even the worst bit, because then you have this passage in the New Testament, which, if I have interpreted it correctly, suggests that everything, all the things that are awful that they said in the Old Testament, should be followed until the end of time. So, sorry, let's go back to this rape thing. Yeah, about God literally saying that he was the one that was raping women. Now that might be symbolism or interpreted in a different way, but that's the way it seems. So you're taking from the Bible that gays are bad, when it also says that slavery is good in the same testament, and it also says that everything in the Old Testament should be followed, so it's okay to rape women and dash their babies on rocks. You can't go to a judge. Imagine walking into a judge's room and they're like, you have 70 rape allegations. Oh, no. You misunderstand. That was God. God did that. Just wouldn't happen, would it? It just wouldn't happen. That's not how the world works. So how about you stop basing your discriminations off of a book that was written thousands of years ago, and instead use common sense. I'm not taking a bash at religion. I am in awe of religion when it's done right. People who are religious, who take the good parts of religion, are so respectable. I admire them, because unconditional love, agape, loving everyone how they are equally, and forgiving. It's so hard to forgive someone, especially when they've done something that hurt you. And I'm in awe of people who take that religious belief and forgive people and love everyone and respect everyone equally. I do not respect the people who use religion as a way to discriminate against people for no reason. There's no reason for it. The quote is love thy neighbour, not love thy neighbour unless he's gay, they're black, they're a woman, they're an atheist, and they're any other religion except for yours. Now another amazing foolproof argument that I have heard as to why people are homophobic is, oh, I just hate their voice and the way they act, it's so annoying. Just because they're attracted to the same gender doesn't mean that their voice changes. The fact that you're attracted to the same gender as you does not change the vocal cords or your behaviour. If you find someone annoying, it's not because they're gay, it's because you just find them annoying. Don't be like, I hate everyone that's gay just because this one guy has an annoying voice that I don't personally like. Another thing I'd just like to point out is people before they come out. You'll be with your friends and you'll be like, oh Jerry, hug me, oh Jerry, I love you so much. The moment Jerry comes out as gay, it's, oh, get off me! It's not contagious! You can't catch being gay! You don't see people with hazmat suits walk into a room and be like, oh, be careful lads, protect your dick. If I get bit, I'm coming for you, Jerry. Yeah. Also, just because someone is gay doesn't mean they're instantly attracted to you. The amount of times I see people in like a changing room and they're like, oh my god, there's only gay people, oh my god, help me, and it's like, one, they're not a wild feral animal that's going to murder you and eat your innards, and two, what makes you think that they're attracted to you? You twat. If anything, they wouldn't be attracted to you because you're an idiot. Another big argument as to why people are homophobic, it's a brain disorder. Okay, one, bullshit! Here are several quotes that prove that it is not a brain disorder, and it hasn't been since 1986 or 7, depending on what sources. And even if it was a brain disorder, why do you hate someone who's got a disorder? You don't go up to someone with Alzheimer's and be like, oh, just remember I'm your grandson. Dickhead, it's not that hard. You don't go up to someone who's suffering from depression like, just be happy. Just be happy. It's not that hard. I'm happy all the time. You just don't do that, so why would you do it? Even if you think in your head it's a brain disorder, which it isn't. It's not. It hasn't been since 1987 when they removed it from the DSM. Why would you think that's an acceptable response to discriminate against them if they have something wrong with them? You would do it with anyone else. And the last reason I've heard for someone who's homophobic is it's wrong biologically. Yeah, they can't reproduce. Mostly, this will come from a guy who has sex with contraception. What is the difference? You are not having a child either. The only way that argument will be suitable is if you are in the belief that humans should only have sex to reproduce. That means no pleasure, no contraception, and I believe normally Catholics have this opinion because they have the opinion that every sperm is sacred and that God gives life. And that's okay, but it's not okay to then discriminate against the people who don't share your beliefs. Just because you have certain beliefs doesn't mean that other people have to share them and what they do is wrong and you should insult them or discriminate against them in any way. The only argument that is actually suitable is if you believe that everyone should only have sex in order to reproduce biologically. That's the only argument I can think of which holds merit. But even that, you shouldn't discriminate against people. Because other people will always have different views to you. And just because you have those views doesn't mean you can be like, oi, you don't have my views, therefore you're wrong, stop doing it, stop it. That's not how the world works. And I'm not a priest, and I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy that went online and researched some stuff and put together an argument, and I might have got things wrong. Probably have. So if anyone wants to correct me or offer a different approach or offer a different argument as to why homophobia should be justified, then you can drop it in the comments below and have a talk. But personally, I don't think homophobia is justified in any way. But thank you for watching, and I will see you awesome people in the next video.